Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bob and today I want to talk about how to truly become financial free in the long term. Now, what I see all the time is people start making more money, whether it's in a corporate job or whether it's in their business. And as a result, they start buying this cool new house or this cool new car. But when you think about this actually makes you poorer because you make a few more dollars and you spend that into something that will cost a lot more dollars every single month. So at the end of the month, you actually have less and less money left in your bank account. And that is not the way to build something up, to build up for your retirement, to become financially free. So how do we want to do this, right? What should you be doing with your dollars, with the money that you're making? Now, the first thing that you have to do if you're an entrepreneur is check the laws and the regulations in your country and what is the minimum wage that you have to pay yourself, and immediately change your wage to the minimum wage. And the reason why is quite simple. Income tax is the highest tax that you will be paying. So the lower your income, the less tax that you are paying. And don't get me wrong, I am not against paying tax. I think taxes are important. I want to have good roads, I want to have a good healthcare system and a lot of other things. But I do believe that I want to be smart on how much tax I'm paying. I would rather pay less tax so that I have more money in the bank, which I can use to generate more money, which is what this video is about. And then at some point decide, hey, I want to help the education system. I want to spend money on the environment. So I decide what I find important, and rather than the government spending the dollars or the tax money on things that I don't think they should be spending it on. But that's beside the point. So you're putting your wage to the minimum wage, but that might mean that you don't have enough money to actually cover all of your expenses. So yes, you could probably pay yourself dividends or loan to pay off your expenses, but that's not what we want to be doing. What we want to be doing is, now that we're paying ourselves less money, we should be having more money left in our bank account at the end of the month in our business. And what we can then do is we can use this money to actually invest to create more money. But you want to do this on a personal level, not in a business level. So what I did, for example, the first thing that I started doing was buying garage boxes. In my personal bank account, I had no money because I was paying myself minimum wage, didn't have any assets creating money yet, so I needed to get a loan. I went to my business and I loaned $25,000, which is roughly what a garage box around here will cost. I paid myself 1% interest on the loan to my business, and then with the $25,000, I bought a garage box. You can rent out a garage box for about a 7% return on investment every single year. Out of the $25,000, I get 7% on my personal bank account every single year. 1% of the 7% goes back into my business as the interest that I have to pay. And then the 6% is taxed very, very low, especially compared to income tax. So now I have actually used the money which I'm saving by not paying taxes to buy something that is starting to generate money for me. I've bought an asset that is starting to generate money. So yes, I pay a bit of taxes, and then we come into something we've spoken about before, which is compounding. So I can either use that money to pay off the bills that I have, but at some point, if you've done this a few times, you will have enough money in your bank and you will make enough money through your assets that you can actually reinvest the money that you're now making to start generating more money again. So in other words, I make 7%, 1% goes to my business. I use that 6% to invest in other things that will bring me 6-7% again. And that way, through compounding, I will really, really see my income on a personal level through my assets really go up. So we have a garage box now, maybe you can buy a few, and of course, it's easier said than done, right? You first have to make enough money, then you have to find good investments. Now, really, really make sure that you don't just buy the first thing you see because someone, maybe some real estate agent says, oh, this is a great thing. Keep in mind, real estate agents, most of them are basically there to make money for themselves. Find a real estate agent that really helps you. My real estate agent calls me like, hey, I found something really good. And he actually invests into real estate a lot himself. So he's practicing what he preaches. He doesn't make all of his money by just making people buy things. No, he's actually using that to invest, to make money. And then he's teaching me and other people like, hey, this is a very good investment opportunity. I'm happy to pay him for it. And I'm a happy customer, I'll come back to him, so he makes more money, but he also knows what he's speaking about. So, garage box, then I bought another garage box, started making more money, and then all of a sudden you have some real estate. So now you can go to the bank and say, hey, I want to buy this rental property, which, it's of course more expensive than 25K. Here's my collateral, I have some real estate. Bring in a down payment from your business, through your business, because hey, we've been saving because we're not paying as much tax. And then you can buy something bigger, like what I did, the first step I did after the garage boxes was a holiday rental. So now all of a sudden the holiday rental starts to create more money as well. And keep in mind, right now the interest rates are super, super low. Now I think there's a very big problem with that, but for you, if you can actually invest into real estate, that is a good thing. So buy this rental property and then use a bit of money to repay the debt, and then the rest you can decide what to do now. So either you can keep compounding, but at the end of the day, life is also about doing things that we enjoy. So what you could do is now use the money that your asset column is generating to get that cool car, right? Buy it on a down payment, pay $1,000 every month on the car, or lease it, right? Or use it to buy a house you want to live in, or rent a house you want to live in. So now the main difference is we're making a bit more money, but we're not spending more dollars every single month because we bought this car. No, we're making more money. We've used that in a way to generate more money every single month. And with the money I'm actually generating right now, I'm getting that car. So increasing my income doesn't lead to being poorer, it actually leads to being richer, because I'm making more money, even more money now, and I have the thing that I really want to be doing. And if you don't own a business, right? If you're working for someone, then just go to your boss and see what you can do to actually make sure that you pay less taxes, or that you can save for your retirement. Because one thing, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, the retirement funds and the whole system, I don't think that's sustainable for a long period of time. I don't see us, with everything going on and how the population is growing, that's just not sustainable. You have to take care of your own retirement. So what I do with my employees every year is we look at, okay, they're working for me, I'm paying them good salaries. How can we make sure that at the end of the month, they have as much money in their bank account as possible? So maybe that is decreasing their salary, but then there are other ways that I can pay them, right? There's certain rules and regulations in every country where you can give them money they can use for their retirement. So they can just put it away to save. And again, that means they don't pay tax over that part. So they have more money in the bank, and it doesn't even cost me more, right? So speak with your employer. And I think every employer should always be wanting to see how you can, improve as a person, how your financial situation should also be able to improve. So even if you're not a business owner, see how you can be smart about paying less taxes. Now, again, I understand that this, it sounds much easier than it is. It's a long process, and you have to start generating more money. And there's, I'll be making, and I have a lot of videos about how to generate more money. But then once you do it, be smart about it. Don't just use your additional income to increase your cost, your liabilities. Increase your additional income to actually make more money. And then at some point you can use the money coming through your assets to actually get that cool car or house or whatever it is that you want to be doing. But that is the main takeaway I hope you can get from this video. It's a mindset, it's the way of thinking that you should really be getting and you should be working on, because that is the only way, right? If there's a lot of inflation right now, for me that means two things. One, the rent will just go up from the garage boxes and the holiday rental and everything. And two, the value of the garage boxes and all the real estate will also go up because of the inflation. So I'm covering myself against hyperinflation or inflation, which is one of the main threats right now with all the money that's being created. So there's so many good reasons why you should be doing this. Imagine that you only increased your cost, and then there's a lot of inflation and you don't have any assets generating your money for you. That's when you get into big trouble. You might have to sell your house, you might have to sell your car. So it really is about being smart. It's really about thinking, how should I be handling and managing my money? And it's a thing that they should be teaching you in school, but unfortunately they don't. So I hope this was of value. And if you watched all the way to the end and you haven't done so already, you might as well subscribe, like, leave a comment, all those things. It really helps me and the channel out, and hopefully that way we can help more people. And I will see you in the next video.